Hey everyone, so in part 2 we're going to begin with hyperbole. Now hyperbole is an extreme exaggeration. Now with hyperbole, okay, the purpose is to emphasize a point, add drama, or add comedy to a story. Now an example would be, on the millionth time, he asked her out on a date. She said yes. That is hyperbole. Another example of hyperbole could be like, I'm so hungry I could eat a horse. I'm not actually going to eat a horse, but I'm emphasizing my hunger. My daughter is losing it. There's dogs over. Not my dogs, but other dogs. So bear with me, y'all. So imagery is the use of language that engages the five senses. This includes hearing. I'm going to fix senses. Sight, taste, smell, and touch. And its purpose is to create a mental image that allows us to better understand what is happening and become more engaged. I'm actually going to change us to readers. Allows readers to become more engaged. Now I have a super long one here. We're not going to do this super long one, but that is what imagery usually is. Imagery is usually given away because it's super long, because it takes a couple of sentences to really get going. But the crisp autumn air, smell the fallen leaves and wood smoke. Hopefully that gets an image in your brain, right? Crisp, right? The autumn air smell, the fallen leaves. We all know what fallen leaves smell like, and then wood smoke. Some of you might know what wood smoke is. Some of you may not know what wood smoke is, but I hope that it kind of starts to paint an image. That right there, to me, I'm actually getting the view, the sight of the leaves fallen, the smell of the leaves fallen, and the smell of the wood smoke, and also the sight of the wood smoke. So I'm kind of getting smell and sight here. And crisp to me also is kind of a touch. It's kind of a feel. Now, onomatopoeia, hopefully is not a hard one for us. This is words that resemble the sound they represent. Now, authors use it to help readers feel like they are actually in the story by engaging a sense of sound. Now, in poetry, it is often used to give the poem rhythm and to bring out emotion. An example would be whizzed, knock, knock, pow, if it's a comic book. So whiz is what I'm going to use. But if it makes a sound, right, that's what it is. Now, alliteration, we get confused sometimes, but we understand it, but we get it confused sometimes. It's kind of tricky, but it's the repetition of the beginning consonant sound within a group of words. So its purpose is to be quirky, fun, attention grabbing. That's what it does. Please note, alliteration does not have to start with the same letter, just the same sound. Sorry for reading as I'm writing. And then example, for the sake of time for you all, I'm just going to copy and paste this because I want to move on. Kathy can't cook chocolate chip cookies continuously, can she? All right, so now let's move into key ideas. So what is important to understand? Why is it important to understand the different, okay, it deepens our understanding of it. So we are better able to have it deepens our cultural awareness. Like culture, like if something is said in culture, like piece of cake, break a leg, we understand what that means. Okay, it also improves our communication, so we are able to speak with other people using figurative language, but it also helps our critical thinking. Okay, we're able to critically think better as well. Now, what are the advantages to using figurative language in your writing? Well, it will create, right? Well, I'm not going to say create, but it adds to emotional depth for the reader or for you. It makes it more effective than straightforward writing. It makes it more appealing than straightforward writing, and it helps the readers to have a better imagination than straightforward writing, or it helps your imagination better than straightforward writing. Now, moving forward to our last one, this one enriches the text. What is the main impact figurative language has on an author's writing? It enriches the text, which kind of goes back to number 2 as well, but we're kind of looking at 2 different things here. Now, it enriches the text by it turns straightforward writing into more engaging and thought-provoking writing. And what I mean by that is that in straightforward writing, it's not that you don't think, but you're not painting a picture, you're not making a mental image in your brain, right? Whereas I feel that figurative language does this. It starts to make you think, starts to make you paint an image in your brain that you wouldn't normally have done if it wasn't figurative language. Okay, so moving forward, there is a quizzes. It is attached to the Canvas. I will if you need help finding it, just let me know. Do that quizzes, and then there is a practice that goes along after the quizzes. The practice looks like this. You will come to me for a paper copy of this. After both of these are done, you will then move on to must do number 2, which I think is going to be a mastery check. And then from the mastery check, we will then do a graded practice, because the graded practice is going to go more in depth than the mastery check. Okay. And then we'll move into other things with figurative language. All the while, there should be a small group that we were working on as well. So look out for that. There's my daughter again. She is having a blast, everybody. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you get a kick out of her screaming as much as I do, and it's not bothering you. Bye, everybody.